Okay, so this will be a weekly recap for indices NQES and RTYYN. For indices, so always starting from the daily chart, this was the previous week. This is the Friday's candle before previous week starts. So what information can I take to just based off the daily chart? Not much, but below some lows, so there could be a new phase of price retracement, reversal, or consolidation. So not too aggressive on Monday. What about ES? Too much expansion before Monday is open, so would be a bit conservative going into Monday. Same story about every other asset. RTY has a draw close to it. What about Y? Nothing much into a level, so could reject this, may not. So let's play the Monday's candle on every asset, then have a look what happened on the low time frame. Okay, so Monday open low, recording on, and yes, Monday open low, not much of a convincing structure. When I come into New York, I can frame it to both sides, kind of frame it away from the high, open high like thing till here, or can think of Asia reversal, London retracement, so New York continuation, but I don't have any clear draw above, so makes sense. So would prefer in New York like here, when this no wick, no established high above current daily open, when price reaches here around 6 a.m. If you were framing before it, yes, this could have been the best draw. Open low, established kind of, not established low, but continuation low away from this, displacing away. So this becomes the draw, no established high of the day. But once this gets hit, I would rather look to frame back into the range than higher because of the large wick of the candle, first point, and I don't have any clear objective to where I can frame it higher, so rather framing it back into the range. So around the EQ of this current candle's range, or refining it lower, this low, maybe if retracement, expansion into new objective, now retracement, or this low. But anyways, I'm not participating in here 6:30, so let's play out some more candles, so where you could have participated. Expansion till then internal level back into the range, so let's see if you could have gotten something. You when around there 8:15, so 8:30 about to come, you can frame till this low as well, using it as a retracement objective. Looking at on the 30 minutes perspective, this makes me think retracement objective has been met. So just looking at this becomes a draw, so not so clean, I will say. So 8:30, let's see what it gives. If I were to look or frame bullish, I would have needed a closure above this immediately after this candle, but instead it does maybe forms SMT there, maybe, I don't exactly know. What about other assets? Till here on the orally, I forgot I was framing other assets as well. Okay, RTY reached its objective, which was on the daily, so same draw here, price rejecting this, so kind of candidate for establish high above daily open, so better to frame it back into the range, better to frame shorts here than longs. What about YM? Same thing, this was a daily thing. Established high above current daily open, either looking till current low of the day or back into the range, the preferred choice. Yes, as well, same thing. M15, if price wanted to go higher, if this move back into the range was retracement, then this internal level should have made it go higher. That level rests around here in YM and RTY. RTY doesn't have any clear level, so rather using opposing swings as a retracement objective. Now 8 AM comes tags that immediately moves away. If I were to frame this as expansion into an objective, then this move back inside as retracement, I would have been framing long in the next candle till here. Yes, short kind of scene, but it didn't go. I would have needed a profile alignment as well. 6 AM expansion candle, 8 AM open low, New York continuation purge, immediately moves back inside. The best framework for me to long, even though it didn't work, but this structure is nice for me at least till here. Let's see what the lower time frames would have given here. What about yes, internal retracement objective being met, price displacing away from there, so this becomes a draw for me. Not much of a draw higher because of large wick to the downside. So next expansion, less body. So 8:30, let's get into it. Go to frame it here, from here, then I would have needed an open low, immediate move away. This would have been the best time to go higher if it wanted to. What about other assets? Yes, sweeping this, open low, establish low below here, then goes higher, but it doesn't. Same here, sweep of this low, fall short, and then when it displaces this much, not too nice. Instead, I would have wanted a manipulation believer. It found a true breakout, but I didn't have any clear narrative behind this. If I had a narrative to short, I would have shorted this, but no logic for me at least. So even though it would have worked, I wouldn't have preferred participating in this. Wouldn't have worked properly, but 2R yes, but not too good. I have no logic in participating in this. Rather long till here, because this is just low time frame structure. I am basing everything from higher time frame framework, daily candles formation. This sweeps it. Okay, forms SMT there, and it forms SMT there. So the same setup in ES would have been worked. This, but I wouldn't prefer to take this. Rather watch This is what 8:45, so 9 a.m. Too less of a space left, but okay. So the retracement objective gets met on YM as well, but no space left till where we can frame to the draw. Here, this would have been the best moment if it wanted to go higher. Till here, sweep of a low, established low below opening price, no established high above, 9 a.m. open low to the objective. If closed above there, this would have been a nice position to frame, but no closer price. Instead, this price is much lower, so I am not much interested in this. Not much convincing to me. ये क्या है भाई, बीच में स्कैम कर लेते तुम? So just expansion into an objective. Now it looks like consolidation to me. So range higher, then range low, waiting for reaction at one end, then not displacing to any side, not showing the action of this retracement objective. So this is expansion into an objective, now consolidation for me. So I am then looking at the edges of the range to watch out for reaction. Manipulation true breakout over here, which I wouldn't prefer. I would rather prefer manipulation here. Why not true breakout? Because large wick, so wouldn't prefer longing this much above with having this much wick. But if true breakout forms below here, this would be preferred scenario till here because of small wick to the upside. If manipulation here, then framing till here. If manipulation here, framing till here. Okay, let's watch out other assets. Same scenario. Expansion into an objective. So new phase, which is consolidation. Just roaming here and there. Just a second. Hello. Okay. Oh. Just a second, brothers. So then all indices into new phase, which is consolidation. So just waiting game here. Now 9 a.m. Okay. Let's see when it engages one end. Nope. Engages one now. Let's see if it gives us manipulation or true breakout below it. And ideally I would prefer to wait till 9:30 at this moment, so close to it, and no clear direction till then. 9:30, just around here. The next candle, YM RTY 9:30. About the other assets, Yes, NQ. No clear idea till now. This looks like price tries to come back inside the range, immediately moves away. So kind of true breakout scenario. So if what was the if then scenario? If price manipulates this, then framing till the opposing end. Vice versa here, manipulates this, framing till the opposing end. But if price forms true breakout below here, framing till the next relevant objective. If price forms true breakout over here, framing till the next relevant objective, which I wouldn't prefer. True breakout over above here, rest three scenarios I would have participated. Then this is the relevant swing here. So going into 930, price gives a true breakout kind of scenario aligned with 930 open high, move away. 9 AM being an expansion candle. So if you were to take this, you could, but I personally didn't take it because I thought 70 point stop loss is too much, even though I was having around 2.3 hours. Then UDBI shorted this, if I am right. This continuation propulsion block off of this order block. This would have been a better or more high probable because it was validating this even more. Let's watch other assets. ES not much preferable. RTY sweeps out this 930 open high, sweeps out opposing swing. So this is a retracement, displaces back. So then reaches for here or here. What about RTY sounds? Which is here then ideally, or the London low, maybe. But the best entry you would have framed was this and this, and there it would have tagged you out, and I wouldn't prefer doing much after this because don't have any clear framework for the day, so I'd rather let it go after this one. But if you wanted to, you could have framed from here as well, because price is now doing what, forming kind of established and displacing away from here, low resistance, lows resting below. So if you wanted to frame it lower as daily OHLC candle, you could have, because of the not so large, not so small, and current low of the day being failure swings there. So if price forms true breakout below this swing, this was also a short opportunity till here. But if price rejects this, manipulates, then framing long still here. What about the other indices? Yes, true breakout below here. Is it the next relevant swing? OHLC idea becoming more validated here, but not properly validated. Price shouldn't reject this low and go higher off of this, else reaches here, which it didn't, I know, because of the advantage of hindsight. Opposing relevant swing, true breakout below here. Can see the low time frame true breakout below this just from M15. Did it reach there? Yes, it did. So let's see if it forms to break out below here as well. Nope, it instead comes here, immediately displaces, so price is rejecting this low.
So this would be a scenario for manipulation. Aggressive move met with an aggressive move. Expansion met with an expansion is a reversal. So now you would be looking to frame it till these highs. Current high of the day. Let's see if you would have gotten any opportunity there. Nope, I wouldn't have been able to frame it, but the draw would have been right, but I wouldn't have been able to frame it till there. Let's watch out other assets. Nope, no contribution entry for me. Yes. हेलो हाँ जी अच्छा इसको भेजो मम्मा मैं काम कर रहा हूँ अच्छा ठीक है so I wouldn't prefer to frame anything else that day since this was Trump's tariff news, so makes sense. But I would have been okay framing from here, in NQ, from here to break out below this swing till the next relevant swing, and manipulation from there till current high of the day. I wouldn't have gotten an opportunity in this candle, but in this candle I would have gotten an opportunity. So kind of basic day. Moving on to the next day, again from the daily chart. This day with some kind of objectives there in the other assets, so could think of reversal or retracement back into the range. If this would have been the retracement objective, then price should have respected the 0.5 of this wick. And it didn't respect displays over, and I remember ES took that high then. Yes. Okay, nice. Now I know the reason exactly why. Let's get into it. This day hit some relevant kind of objectives in RTY or YM, if I am not wrong. Yes, did hit and showing rejection off of there. So this move higher could be retracement, could be reversal. RTY, as we can clearly see, hit a retracements objective as well. तुम लोग मेरे को मैसेज नहीं किया करो, ठीक है? RTY did hit a retracements objective internal level and rejecting off of there. So the daily chart says me if this move higher is a retracement, then the retracement objective is met, and if price wants to expand lower the next day, I would want the EQ of this wick to be respected. But about why? Don't exactly know from the daily chart. Would need to watch out on the lower time frames as well, that to know if this move higher is a reversal or retracement. Okay. No clear idea. This looks like a kind of retracement objective to me on the 4-hour. NQES, this relevant internal level being the retracement objective to me, and this the same level. ES formed a failure swing to it, if you can see. So ES didn't meet the retracement objective, so it needed to meet. So what about NQ? Okay, I did reach the daily fair value gap here, which was the retracement objective. So if it wanted to go lower, I would have wanted it to respect the 0.5 of this daily wick. Now why? No clear objective can use the previous day high, which is the daily fair value gap, or this H4, this daily fair value gap, which is the previous day high, or this H4. Okay, YM and ES have not met their retracement objective till now, so let's watch it out for it. So till here the previous day high becomes a draw, the daily fair value gap, or the H4, right? This is the H4 retracement objective, or you can use the previous day high, which is the daily fair value gap, daily retracement objective. Any works, but as you can see, if you were to frame anything, you would prefer framing ES to its retracements objective. And if you can see, the EQ of previous day's wick was clearly being displaced through in this candle, so then your idea would have been more validated till here, right? The retracement objective, relevant swing. And so daily profile OLHC, no established low, but price displacing away from the current low of the day, so you can frame away from it. So let's have a look if you were to frame anything long in here till this objective. Let's see. I wouldn't have tried longing in here because I would have wanted it to reach here first, then go higher off of there until this candle displaces. When this candle displaces away from here, then I could trust this low as well, reaching to the objective. So framing 950, 930 and 945. Let's have a look. I would use this as a framework, then 915. I would have framed this if it would have swept something. Can't trust it. 930 comes, forms kind of opposing run, moves away. No clear setup on the M1. M5. Nope. There was a M3 or M5 setup on NQ at the same time, framing it to the previous day, which got left behind. Price found SMT there, but looked good in the real time. This setup, either longing this closure. Why this closure? I would tell. Price didn't reach here. I can't trust it until price displaces away from there. Can't trust it in this candle, or maybe we can trust because this is also the internal level. Okay, nice. It's alright. This wasn't an ES, and if we could frame anything, this looked good. 9 AM OLHC. Open low into relevant POI, then moves away, displaces away, forms opposing candle, OLHC candle. First draw becomes this, then the ultimate previous day high objective. Too much R. But I would have, if I were to take this, I didn't take this because I got a bit late, I guess, or I didn't see this. This would have been the main objective for this, and I would have taken 60-70 off there, and most of my position would have been off there. Then if we let it run, I wouldn't have trusted any of these lows, just using EQ of these candles. Then I wouldn't wanna see price displace much below here. This low could be trusted a bit if I were to frame continuation entry, but 930 being so close, what did 830 do? 830 kind of an opposing run, so 930 can or maybe no, but I would have trailed my stop here, this low of this position. How much RR? 3.7 RR if I get stopped, so okay, but if I don't get stopped, then 13 RR. So this would have been my trailing stop. Why this? 915 hasn't formed kind of established low to me. Then this continuation entry sweeps out a relevant low, immediately moves away, backed by the EQ logic of 915 candle. So if price does not want to reach back in here, then it shouldn't violate this as well. No. When price closes above there, 930 open low into relevant POI. 930 open low, close above there. I would have trailed this stop here. Now what is the RR? 4.4 R if I get stopped, and what is the current RR? 7 R. Yes, I would have taken a partial here as well around 930, so nice, and I would have gotten stopped out there, trailed out, not stopped out. Now framing it on the 3-5. I would have desperately wanted a run on or a continuation leg because price was displacing much away before 930. So 930 makes an opposing run ideally. Let's see if it forms true breakout or manipulation over it. Kind of true breakout above it, manipulates this. So ideally reaching for here. So this would have been the best entry, and I did call this out as well. This would have been the best entry if you did not frame anything before. Till the previous day high, more than 2 hour, price tags even. After this closure, if you wanna add or if you wanna trade till here, and what if you would have gotten your 2 hour? 2 hour would have been hit, but the previous day I would not have been hit, so only partial, then a trail out, maybe. Now this here comes 10:30, 10 a.m. doesn't have an established low to me, so I wouldn't prefer having my stop there. Just break even or slightly above break even. This candle, this was a 10 a.m. candle or what? Yes. So the EQ rests around my break even, so yes, I would have break even after taking partials. But if I were to frame 10 a.m. continuation till the previous day as well, where I would have trailed, Price forms a scenario of forming established low below 10 a.m. Now if it displaces away, I would have trailed it here. No displacement till now, no displacement, and I would have gotten break event. Yes, I would have gotten break event here. So kind of two positions framing till previous day high. Now what positions did I take on RTY that day? These were shorts. Why? I would need you people to have a look from here. 1 hour. This is an SMT. Retracement objective for NQ has been met. Forms SMT with previous day high. Now retracement objective for ES has been met. The H4 fair value gap, if you can see this one, right? So can ES now form retracement to an expansion IRL to ERL? Yes, but the daily candle being a large wick to the upside, a large opposing run to the upside, forming large opposing run. So your targets would be refined around opening price. Else I would have framed till here, but the daily candle had large opposing run to the upside, so my targets were these unestablished low around the daily open. Okay, these failure swings. The better framework I saw was on RTY because it was the weakest asset. Price formed SMT here with NQ. Now let's frame RTY YM as well. RTY was clearly respecting the EQ of previous day's range, if you can see, because RTY had already reached the retracement objective, daily fair value gap, ejecting off of there. So if price wanted to continue this, EQ of this wick should be respected, which was clearly being respected, right? No displacement over it. So 9 a.m. sweeps forms high of the day. 10 a.m. when starts to displace away, you could have framed it till current low of the day, unestablished lows, established high over daily opening price, you then frame lower towards unestablished lows, right? RTY being the weakest, so you could have maybe framed till here as well. I did frame till here as well because RTY was the weakest as well. Now YM reached previous day high, which was daily fair value gap, so daily retracement objective being met. Again large wick to the upside, so your objectives are around current opening, daily opening price, failure swings, SMT there with RTY. So RTY was clearly the weakest asset, right? And so did I frame shorts on Tuesday, right? This was 8 April Tuesday. I did frame it when 10:45. Okay, I would break it down. Why RTY 10 a.m. H4. Okay, 15 minutes high of the day at relevant POI, displacement away from it, unestablished lows swimming till here, all unestablished low resistance liquidity. Okay, nice. But I was क्या बोलते हैं उसको, भाई क्या वर्ड था, concerned about this a little bit, not that but only a little bit. किस वजह से price formed established high over daily opening price, respecting the EQ of previous day wick, forming SMT with previous day here on RTY. So RTY was the best looking asset to me here. I was wanting to short it from here, but I then wanted to align the idea even more. So 9 a.m. forms a reversal, 10 a.m. continuation, 10 a.m. open high, moves away, forms this opposing candle, but I am still not framing, just using this as a framework. 10 a.m. open high, moves away, displacement away from the high of the candle, so I can frame it away. I was wanting to see if price rejects this or forms true breakout below this, because if price forms true breakout below this, then price reaches for next relevant objective, which was the low of the day, or you can say this. That was my idea, and then these relevant swing. So I did frame here in 1045 candle. You could have looked to frame in here as well, 1045's opening, but I was okay waiting till here, because if price wanted to go bullish, this move back inside retracement, if this was retracement, then this low would have rejected price and make it go higher. So I was wanting to see how price reacts to this low, if it was manipulating this or displacing through this. Now what were the other assets doing at this time? Yes, other assets were not so bearish, and NQ was forming a failure swing with previous day high. I didn't know previous day high would stay like that. At that time, price could have formed an established low below 10 a.m, open low, and then would have gone higher. So that's why not immediately trusting my RTY's short idea, because NQ could form a long from here. This move lower, objective pending, could be retracement, internal level, 10 a.m established low below here, right? That's why I was wanting to wait to see how price reacts to this low. Then 3-minute, yes, RTY. Oh, sorry, I did use this. What was this? Okay, current low of the 10 a.m candle, which was on NQ, which was a retracement objective. Like if price wanted to go higher till previous day high, it would have gone from here, right? So 10 a.m.'s low, forming established low, reaching the retracement objective, but it instead formed true breakout below that 10 a.m.'s low on RTY. You can say it formed on ES as well, 10 a.m.'s low. This ES comes into relevant POI, rejects it, closes below. So true breakout kind of scenario here, but RTY was the best looking asset to me. 10 a.m.'s unestablished low, 10 a.m. here. So if it wanted to go higher off of there, so established low below here, then manipulation, but it instead told me this is a true breakout below it. Comes back into the range, immediately moves away into a relevant POI at a relevant time opening, 1045 open high, moves away. So I took this round here, trusting this side to the objective. I don't exactly remember where did I got filled, I don't remember, but it was the position. This on this closure, the very next candle to breakout below this, below. Oh yes, I used this and took a partial here. This relevant swing took a partial there. Oh, I don't exactly know if I took a partial there or where, maybe these swings, but yes, this was the position. Did play out nicely. चल जा, मैं मार भी चलाऊंगा. And then yes, it did. So nice of a day, longing NQ first till the previous day high, 2 longs, and then shorting RTY. Nice of a day. and then I took too much shots this day, but let's not talk about it. You people would get confused. Let's have a look. First was this, then you people don't wanna be active around this time. You shouldn't be. I wasn't sleeping, that's why I framed, else I am sleeping around this time. कोई बात नहीं, तुम लोग नहीं फ्रेम करोगे आप. वो तो ठीक है, इसका मैंने फुल पोजीशन क्यों नहीं डाली इधर तक. ये टीपी हिट हुआ था भाई मेरा, मेरे को याद है इधर तक. हाँ पर कोई बात नहीं. Then reaches for the low of the day, which would have been the objective. This move higher, you would have framed it as a retracement because the objective is still pending. And retracement's objective, obviously yes, the internal level, and it had SMT with this high as well. I do remember because I shorted this as well. This was SMT with YM. Ha 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 ha. To record below this relevant swing immediately moves away, jamming till here, and these failure swings till the current low of the day. Nice of the day. And RTY being the weakest asset. Okay. NQ. What was my last position? This or this? Yes, this. My last position was paper because I took too many positions. I was practicing. Now, if price wanted to reject off of these relevant swings for manipulation, then this was the best moment for it, right? Could have gone immediately higher, but instead it didn't immediately go higher. This move back up was a retracement, respects the retracement objective, starts to move away from it. So this move back into the range is more of a true breakout than retracement, right? So then you look to frame till here, right? When I align this idea with established high over 2 PM's high, open high, established high, and 2 PM being an expansion candle, so I frame my entry in the next candle 230, I guess so, till here. See, I many times say you people that you don't need to catch it here. You don't need to catch the ultimate high of the day. Where am I catching in the daily range? Here, just this much move, and it was 2.5 hour kind of move. See, I had not missed, but see, if I didn't frame any shots previously that day, where was my entry in that day? Here, right? After that much move had happened, so entering low in the range is more obvious, I will say. I do this many times. See, in this candle objective was just this close. This was my entry taper position, as I had taken many positions, and this was here. I would show you people as well. I don't think this was my objective. Maybe this would have been. This was my entry. This was SMT with ES. So I am trying to frame continuations away from the established high of the 2 PM candle. 2 PM open high, immediate move away. So next candle 245 OHLC, open high, established high, moves away. So this was my entry. closer below there, around here, stop there. So more than 2 hours, even after I'm framing that much low in the daily range, after this much move has already happened, you gotta know the right things, then you can frame anywhere, anytime. This was that position which I took around the PM session, obviously paper. And so this was my Tuesday, going into the next day. Too much fun of a day. Okay, no problem. Going on to the next day. टाइम कितना हुआ है? 3:30. मेरे पास है 5 बजे तक का टाइम. ठीक है. Starting from the daily chart again. Now what am I thinking? Just based off the daily chart. Now this mainly looks like this move higher could be retracement, respecting the retracement object, displacing away, right? So the next day you could have anticipated shorts, which I was. Now I did not notice one thing. Even if this move higher was reversal, right? This move higher could have been a reversal, could have been retracement, right? This day. So if this have been reversal and you were expecting bullish continuation this day, you would have expected EQ of this day to be respected, right? EQ of this day, which stayed respected till the end. So the bullish idea was still being respected, but you can frame bearish based off the next daily profile, open high kind of see. Then I would surely frame till these failure swings. But the next day was kind of tricky. I myself forgot about this EQ thing that day. I didn't like notice that the EQ was being respected of this day. So the move higher was still valid. Price comes. This move lower being retracement of this EQ being respected, forms established low here, and at the same time RTY sweeps these lows. Current low of the week forms SMT there with YM. YM did not take these. So more of a bullish daily profile than bearish. Open low, establish low, displacement away, right? More of a bullish daily profile. Open low, establish low below relevant point, displacement away, then bearish. अब तू पीछे हो जा, तू भी पीछे हो जा, तू भी पीछे हो जा. और YM formed SMT with current low of the week there being the stronger asset. So this could maybe. And yes, EQ being respected, price forming established low below daily opening, and I was wanting to see a reaction of there, because I was mainly trying to frame OHLC daily candle, because this daily closure SMT there was telling me more bearish than bullish, and these failure swings I wasn't much okay framing away from them. The main thing which I forgot, that the EQ of this day stayed respected the previous day. So even though I saw this established low below here, I was wanting to see if price was able to form an established high over daily opening price into relevant POI, and price kind of started to expand away from there. So I started thinking maybe OHLC from there open high, not displacing much, but still coming back below the opening price from a relevant POI, but it did reach this relevant POI and rejecting off of there. So makes sense. 7 a.m. I don't frame around 7 a.m. but after I see this 7 a.m. candle, I was thinking that maybe open high, relevant POI, move away. Low of the week still stays the draw. But this Batmish, I forgot about this. I forgot about this human error. Now what about the other assets? Yes, if bullish daily profile, then this should stay respected. What about the other assets? RTY was the Batmish asset. Open high, then framed away from here as well. But yes, framing bearish was a much more logical thing from here than bullish. Open high, establish a displacement away from there till here. It's just, I will say, one of those days when the most logical, most obvious move does not play out, and I will say I am okay with it. Would rather prefer OHLC daily candle here than OLHC till here, at least here, but it didn't play out obviously, so I'm fine with that. Now when it does respects this, then after having a look on the low time frames, these highs are low resistance highs. If you see on the 30-minute or M15, are you able to see low resistance highs? I can see. So I was trying to frame long till here and then was wanting to see if price rejected these and frame shorts from there. So establish low into this H1, price displacing away from it in 8 a.m. candle, 8 a.m. and this around here, establish low of the day, continuation, failure swings, low resistance, resting above, right? So just this idea would have been framed using the daily profiles idea. 1H, price displacing away from this internal level, so IRL to this ERL, right? 8 a.m, 9 a.m, continuation ideally. Okay, let's have a look on other assets as well. Vice versa for NQ, respecting this, clear failure swings, resting above, establish low at the first point. You can use this, you can use below here, and you can use this, or you can use this, and towards unestablished highs, right? Now 9 a.m, if I were to frame 9 a.m, let's have a look. These highs would have been the objective then. Goes, kind of forms an established low below open, but not too good, I will say. But yes, if you want to, you can take it here, but I wouldn't prefer. Was this 2 hours? Yes, then you could have taken it, but I would rather align the next candles more than this. You would have gotten tagged. 9:15 comes. I would have preferred a run below here if I were to frame anything. What about ES? SMT there, but I can't trust any of these lows till here. Objective being there. Current high of the day, unestablished high. गिर गए हो. Okay. Price goes lower, forms established low below 915, displaces away. So if this move lower was retracement, price expands away. 930 confirms this. And the best entry, if I were to take anything, price comes here, SMT with this low, with ES here. So I would rather have preferred NQ here because I can trust this low even though NQ was weaker. And what entry was the best to me? M5, yes, this M5 entry. Why? Clear draw, price expanding from an established low, even though you don't have any idea till here, but once you see price expanding from a relevant level, and this relevant level was a H1 fair value gap as well here, price clearly expanding away from there. So once price reaches here, now your idea has been more validated, right? And so I prefer sometimes when I don't have clear idea, like this is the objective, let price come here, frame entries there. This is the objective, let price come here, frame here, just like how I did on NQ Tuesday short, if you remember. Because framing here, the idea is more validated, more obvious, the direction is more obvious. Now just looking at this chart, which side looks more obvious, taking this high or this low? This high, right? And aligning it with drivers. 9 a.m. doesn't look like an established low, but there is an established low on M1. Let's forget it. 9 a.m.'s low, price displaces away, forms a SMT, forms a continuation leg, and displaces away from it as well, right? There was a draw resting there. 30 minutes. रुको इसको करने दो back. Now I can see 30 minutes. Yes, you could have framed till there. Now going back to the M5, continuation leg, continuation entries, EQ logic, right? If price closes above there, this low is backed by 9 a.m. H1 candle, and 930 confirms this. So using driver in your validation, so this entry and price had SMT as well on this low. So this entry here till there, that objective 1.88 hour, fine. If you can make it 2 hour, just a little bit above. Nope, it is already 2 hour. I did place a wrong stop loss, so more than 2 hour at this objective. So backed by 930, sorry, validated by 930, you would have gotten tagged and gotten out. This position, and I don't exactly remember what else was there to frame, and so I would have been okay here. And if I were to still frame bearish from here, like candidate of open high, if only if price displaces immediately back inside away from here, candidate of established high forming over daily opening price, but yes, price did expand back into the range immediately. Would I have gotten an opportunity? M15, not so clean. I would have looked here. 1055, can't trust. This looks good. Let's have a look. 1045, nope. Would rather not try to forcefully do anything. This M1 setup here looks good, but I would have been okay by this move. Let's watch other assets as well. If I were to frame shorts, which was my main idea going into the day, Uh-uh. Bam. Some fish are for the car. Bam bam bam. So by 10:30 you can look to frame 10:30 open high. 10 a.m. has an established high, right? 10 a.m. open high at a relevant point immediately displaces away. The relevant point already hit from the H1, and so you can think of daily OHLC because that was my main idea. 10 a.m. being a kind of expansion candle, not too large wick. Just a second. Okay, so back. No. 10:30 has an established high. 10:45 forms a continuation line. So if you were to frame, we could have framed this. I don't think I took this because I went off. Maybe. I don't exactly remember that day. If you were to frame, maybe till low of the day here, and partials obviously around 2 hour, which would have been hit, yes. And if I were able to trail, would have been break even there after taking partials, so I would be done for the day by this time. So going on to the next day, again from the daily chart, Thursday. This daily closure was nice. What can I say? Now the next day, yes, I framed this shorts the next day as well, but just based on the daily chart, you can't say that you would have been able to frame shorts. So directly going on the framework on the H1 H4, and I will tell how or why I did frame shorts. Now H4 H1, yes, okay. When price expands this much away from failure swings, now I'm thinking that yes, I can frame away from them. So I was initially trying to frame longs, then shorts, but the daily profile was bearish to me. Daily expansion candle, SMT there with previous day high, price sweeps previous day high, open high, daily expansion candle, then forming Asia reversal, London retracement. So till here, and there was an M15 objective around here, this, and even though price wanted to stay bullish, these objectives could have been hit because these were resting above EQ of this day range. Like even if price wanted to go bullish this day, these objectives were still valid to frame OLHC from. So I was wanting to short till them only. I was having an idea in my mind to short till EQ, but I was like, I'm okay. So 4 a.m. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Now this was CPI day, Thursday. This was an SMT with RTY, I do remember. RTY, yes. So RTY being the weaker asset, but I like the structure more on YM. And talking about NQ, yes, not much of structure I like on the M15, but SMT with previous day high, daily expansion candle, yes, takes the previous day SMT with there. Asia reversal, London retracement, so New York expansion till this M15 objective minimum. Even if you frame this move lower as retracement, and if you want to short till the EQ of previous day's range, which would have been here, that was valid as well, because this day you are framing it as the daily retracement. The retracement objective not so much clear, so you then look to frame or take out your positions around EQ, marking out it for NQ as well. EQ of the previous day's day and that M15 objective, as I was framing this move lower as retracement. Both objectives would have been good, but I took most of my positions off here. Now talking about the setup, 9:30, 8:30, this was CPI. It formed kind of an opposing move. If I show you on M15, this looks like an established high to me on M15 for 6 a.m. 8:30 CPI formed continuation leg, so displacement away from there. You can then look to frame till here and here, right? Vice versa for other assets. Here and ultimately till here. 8:30 forms opposing continuation leg. RTY forms SMT with current high of the 6 a.m. more weak, but the best asset currently looking to me was this YM. Why? It did form SMT with current 6 a.m. and did reach the relevant POI from where I wanted to frame shots. This, so much better. Low time frame was same on every asset, I would say. 8:30 forms opposing and immediately comes back, so this looks like a reversal to me. So no clear setup before 9:30. There was a setup on YM only, this closure below, so I did short this before 9:30. Only index that looked good to me to short before 9:30, others weren't as good, so I did short YM there. My entry was around here. 8:30 is opening price. 8:30 ki kahan? Yes, this was my entry around here, and it was giving me more than 2 hours just framing it till here, not even the M15 objective. So I took this, comes in a bit of drawdown, then it forms SMT there. Then the best entry which I would say for the day was, which I personally didn't take because I was already in this was the best entry. NQ or ES, frame anyone. 8:30 reversal, 8:30 opposing ground, 9:30 continuation. Establish high over 9 a.m.'s open, price displaces away, so you can then take this with the expectation of 9:30 expanding away. but maybe I would have taken this, maybe not. Had this draw been somewhere here, I would have 100% taken this, but I wasn't knowing exactly if price would form true breakout below this. If this wasn't there, I would have surely taken this till here. Was too good of a setup. After closer below here, daily profile bearish, 6 a.m. established high over here, 8:30 forms continuation leg, opposing run manipulation, intermediate term high before 9:30, 8:30 opposing run, 8:30 manipulation, 9:30 continuation type of an idea. Too good, I will say, textbook. So 9:30 did displace it as well. And what about my YM's position? It did reach its objective. Then I framed another one after this, because why did I only frame till here? Because I didn't knew at this time that price would form true breakout or manipulation below here, right? Then you gotta frame till here once you can see price forming true breakout below here. What was my second entry that day? This was the first position, shorting in this candle around 8:30's opening price, right? And second position, true breakout below low of the day, 10:45. Okay, low of the day, 10:45. Okay, I did frame 10 a.m. then. Okay, nice. Because I didn't want to try picking that price would surely form a true breakout below here and not form manipulation, because if it wanted to go higher off of there based off previous day's closure, this could have been the best moment for it. Relevant swing tagged, manipulation below here, 10 a.m. open low, 100% valid from there. So I was wanting to wait that if it wants to go higher, I can frame it higher on ES. Minimum objective being this, I exactly remember. I can easily frame higher. I was saying to Ombai and myself, if it wants to go higher from there, shows me manipulation, immediate move back inside from here, I would frame continuation still there. If it tells me short, I would short NQ or YM, any one of them. And if I were to short, I would short till here, or EQ maybe or maybe not, but mainly this. So waited to see if 10 a.m. forms H4, OHLC or OLHC, and reaction below here. Then this candle, this may look like bullish, right? But I was using intermediate time frame profiling. If it wanted to go lower, establish high over 10 a.m., open high, displacement away from it, 10:45. 10:45, where was my entry? 10:30 manipulation, 10:45 continuation. Okay, 10:45. This looked good, but I did not frame it here. I could have framed it here on ES. Yes, this closure, 10:45 open high into POI, close below this candle, framing it till that M15 objective, which is here. But I used that open high of 10:45 as a framework. Let's have a look at M15 on ES as well. Again, established high candidate, but this also looks like price wanting to manipulate this low, right? Immediately coming back after taking out this low, right? So this could have formed OLHC as well. So I wasn't trying to immediately pick after this closure. I was wanting to see if I can get an continuation entry. And I wasn't actively watching ES, I was mainly watching YM, because YM has the best framework, I would say. Same kind of structure for everywhere, but this could be framed as manipulation as well. Take out this, immediately comes back inside, right? to be sure up. 1045 open high, SMT with this high. So yes, if I was looking at yes, SMT with this high, close below here, this opposing candle 945 open high into this POI, SMT there. So yes, being the weaker asset, close below there. This would have been the entry, but I was using this as a framework to tell me yes, this is surely going short and not long. So had you taken this 11 hour, but I took the continuation in the same candle around here, but in YM, the same entry in YM, this one, because at this time I can say to myself 10 a.m. open high, establish high over 10 a.m. price displacing away from that established high, 1045 open high, then forming continuation of that 1045 over Chelsea. Then this high should stay protected now if price wants to go lower, and this continuation adds more validation to my idea. I'm okay reducing my RR but increasing my accuracy, so more accuracy then more RR to me. So I took it here. My entry was bit optimized around here, stop here and targeting this. I don't exactly remember my entry, but yes, it wasn't on this closure immediately, was a bit up, and values would not be the same because of the contract changes, I guess, or micro contract maybe, but this was the objective. I used this, didn't use this, I used this continuation to add more framework and tell me that price is yes displacing away from that. And if I can show you the true record to you guys, low of the day, clearly true record below here, right? Not a manipulation, true record below here, right? Current low of the day, price comes back immediately, moves away from here. So next relevant swing becomes the objective, right? So this was my second position for that day. I get tagged in on this candle, this close below, my SL goes till here. I was thinking to add, but I said let it be and didn't add. Then it comes back, did not hit my TP, and I am still okay. My SL is resting there, here. So I am still in the position with price coming this much back. I am thinking my idea was right. So if this violates me, hits my SL, I am okay. But then after coming back this much, goes away. Next candle opens here, sorry, here. Then I am thinking this full M15 candle was a retracement. Retracement's objective being an opposing swing. Price rejects that, then I trail my SL till here. Previous M15 candles high. And if price wants to go lower, it should respect the 0.5 of this wick, which rests around here. So using relevant key levels around EQ. So I don't want to see price coming and displacing much higher than this. This level would act as an invalidation. Okay, so price didn't come and just hit my TP and I am okay. That's why I wrote, especially this one tested me. But I won because yes, I shorted there, did not take any partials. My TP was resting there, price came back this much. I'm still okay, trusting my idea again. And then I trail my SL here because this was above EQ and this level would have been the level to sponsor the move lower at max. Which I told you here, which I talked about in the EQ and continuation lesson, right? Using how to spot relevant levels using EQ and intermediate amplifier. So this was it for Thursday. NQ had 930 around position, too good, and YM gave me 2 positions. ES as well, ES and Q gave 2 positions, but I took both on YM. Nice. First one, this closer. Every asset swept this except YM. Could say my luck, could say my nice picking of the asset, anything. But YM looked the best to short before 930 to me at that point. That's why I only shorted YM. And you can say by luck, by skill, only YM was the one asset which didn't sweep this high. Rest all 3 assets swept it out. If I show you this high 9.5, NQ swept it out, RTY swept it out, ES swept it out. Only YM was the only asset which didn't sweep it out, and my SL was there. It formed SMT, and price displaces away from there. So if you were to take short, you would have taken this short as well, close below here, SMT at the high. This easy 2R as well. Nice. Okay, so done for the Thursday. Going on to the next day again, framing it from daily chart. Not too good. If this move higher, could be retracement, could be reversal off of previous day. If this is a reversal, then I would look to frame shorts the next day. Open high, would wanna see EQ of this range, lower of stay respected. If this move lower is a retracement, and retracement objective would, if this H4 would have been the retracement objective, it shows a peach shade. And yes, price rejected it. So I would wanna see EQ of this lower wick respected if this move lower was a retracement to frame continuations higher. Now okay, going on to the lower time frames. As price again respected the EQ of previous day's range, so this move lower again as a retracement, just like how it was this day on NQES. This day respected EQ, right? So this day respected EQ of previous day's range on all assets, and still in the this internal level H1 clearly respecting the EQ of previous day's range, displacing away from there. So I can think that if this move lower was a retracement's objective being this fair value gap or anything, EQ being respected, I can frame longs the next day till here. Now going on to the next day, we show the peach shade. Okay, now just when I come around here 6-7 am, I can see one thing: establish high below daily opening price. And I come around, when I come around here, I am thinking I can long this, but when I have a look at RTY, this low doesn't look like it is going to be stay respected, but other assets made me think this could stay protected, respecting the EQ of these opposing candles, displacement of it. Y ES, same idea, establish low below daily open, displacement away. So I would want to frame till here or current high of the day, right? Bullish idea. Now why I specially mentioned about RTY. Now can you see establish high, right? But this low looks more of a failure swing, right? So if I am framing RTY, I am thinking that I want to frame short still here first before framing long, or you could have used this as well, maybe. Picture the picture. the relevant swings. So the first idea, short idea here, just basic type idea. I don't know if I should tell you people that or not, but let's forget it. 6 a.m. kind of, or maybe you can say establish high, yes. Then 7, 8. This is PPI. PPI comes, rejects, respects this retracement objective. If this move higher was retracement, rejects this opposing swing. So I can think of framing it lower. RTY 9 a.m. till here. Let's see the lower time frame. I don't exactly remember. I mean, you can short this immediately. Which was establish high over 9 a.m. high. Displacement away, close below here. Till here 2.28. Yeah, पीछे होना 2.7 or something. And maybe you would have break even or something after 2 hour. But wait, was this the right objective? This was that low H1. So if you were framing it till here, you would have break even. If you were framing it till here only using the H1 chart, then you would have gotten full TP, I guess. So yes, full TP, nice, to the point. So if you were framing it till here only, you would have gotten full TP. Nice. So now the main idea, which was bullish, let's forget about this. Get back to H1, NQ and ES mainly. Was this manipulated or not? Nope. This wasn't manipulated, but price swept this low out, right? Displacing away from there. So you can think of longing till high of the day. This price displacing away from a failure swing, rejecting this low. So you can think of longing because of the displacement away. And that was totally valid. High of the day. And then NQ. Same setup in ES. Longing till here, price rejecting this, displacing away from this failure swings. Which candle is this? 9 a.m. So 10 a.m. continuation ideally. Ninth. This looks good to me. Where at what time? Asia reversal, London retracement, New York continuation. Yes, this setup, if M5, this setup on M5 looks good to me. 9:30 forming, New York sessions manipulation to the objective. But I don't think after this closure I would have taken a limit, but I wouldn't have taken market order with 156 points as well. Yes, this looked better. Limit order on these opposing candles. 9:30 manipulation, displacement away, kind of driver based entry here. And I know this didn't hit completely, but give me this entry, I would take this every day. To the objective. And why? The reason my why is, even though price came back till here, I would have thought that price would come back on NQ all that way back. That's why I would have preferred to frame ES, because it was close to this. NQ is something like here, so limit order here to the objective. Price would have displaced a little bit in your favor. Then 10 a.m. comes, and if 10am wants to go higher, it would need to respect EQ of this large wick candles, so close to the low to close. So EQ rests just around break even, around your break even, and around this opposing candle. So if it wants to go higher, it should respect this, then it goes higher, comes a little bit back, then maybe you could have trailed using M3, maybe yes or maybe not, but I think I would have trailed it here once 10am would have displaced this much away, because I would have expected 10am's low to form here once it comes that much deep and starts to displace away. NQ being the stronger asset, maybe. Yes. So yes, I do think, because this is the point where I would have expected 10am's low to form if it was going bullish without sweeping this low. So surely trailing around EQ around break even, and this low was at relevant point as well as around the EQ of that candle. So if it were to go higher, I wouldn't expect this to get manipulated anymore, so trailing it around there. So nice, it comes. Even if you would have taken a loss, this looks fine to me. Like as I said, 930 continuation type entry, too good of a setup even if it fails. But had you taken it on NQ, you would have taken partials as well. Why? More than 2 are in your favor. But with the advantage of hindsight, we can say yes, NQ came back till here, but in live market conditions, I wouldn't expect NQ coming all the way back till here to give you entry. It can come, but I would surely prefer ES over NQ if I see this much displacement away on NQ. So yes, NQ would have given 2.4 hours, so you would have taken a partial win. See 2.47 kuch hour, and ES it would have gone something like 1.89 hour. You could have taken, or maybe not. I don't think I would have taken a partial here, at least till this high. And so even if it was a loss or break even, I wouldn't stress much about this, because this is completely fine setup to me. Now then, there was again a setup when price comes this much back. Now I don't trust this low. Price comes, manipulate this 10am and rejects this low, right? So a manipulation at a relevant point, then opposing end becomes the objective, right? Daily OLHC we are trying to frame. So if 10am open low at a relevant point, immediate move away, you want to frame it till here. You want to see this wick stay respected in the next hourly candle, right? 11am OLHC. Price comes, respects this wick almost, right? And forms a established low. 3-minute was better, I guess so. Nope, 5-minute was better. Forms kind of manipulation. Closure above here. This would have been a valid entry as well. Closure above here, or I wouldn't try to limit here because it is close to my entry. So market order maybe till the high of the day. Same idea which I tried here. So shows up पीछे मैंने मार भी चलानी है इधर को. Let's watch out NQ as well. Yes, established low below current opening, open low, respecting EQ of this wick, clearly respecting, and this low forms 10 a.m. open low, immediate move away at a relevant point. So reversal manipulation from there till the opposing end. You would frame MMBM from there. Smart money reversal, intermediate term low, right? Aligned with high time frame open low. OLHC, my model clear. This is the EQ being respected. Closure above there. If you want to take NQ, take NQ. If you want to take ES, take ES. Both look fine. Limit or market any works because price is closing around the order block, so I would rather prefer market order there. Targeting this high of the day. Both NQS offering more than 3R, and this would have gotten you there. The same idea, trying it around here 930 would have given you a partial win or break even. The same idea would have given you a win here, and so that concludes the week. How was the recap for the people who stayed? And I forgot about the doubts. Sorry. I took quant long, malab. So how was the recap to you guys? And then if you people have any doubts, if you don't have any doubts, I will wrap up the stream and end the recording. और टाइम कितना हुआ मेरे को अपना 4 ही बजे हैं अभी मेरे को 5 बजे तक आना है ठीक है कोई बात नहीं ब्यूटीफुल सर नाइस ये सर के स्पेलिंग इंटेंशनल है या सॉरी इसको हिंदी थोड़ी आती है you wrote these spellings intentionally or unintentionally intentional nice okay so you people I don't think you people have any doubts so I would wrap up the stream so meet you till the next time goodbye this was a week or if I should overview a 5-minute quick overview for every day hourly overview yes I think I should for every day framing shorts on this day going back into the range longs here but I don't prefer longing shorts still here framing shorts this day SMT with here there was a long opportunity as well on ES and NQ till previous day around here 9 a.m. OLHC if you remember 9 a.m. M1 OLHC and then shorts there were multiple short opportunities you guys saw that RTY NQ I did frame many shorts till low of the day and then this objective next day longing from here till these failure swing then trying to short this was invalidated I guess so then this day short still here and that M15 and then M15 objective and then EQ of the previous day's range there was a setup on YM before 930 and there was a beautiful setup on ES and NQ around 930 and then 10 a.m. true breakout below low of the day RTY then this 10 a.m. not this one 10 a.m. then this 10 a.m. true breakout below low of the H4 1045 OHLC a beautiful shot as well no this is the wrong day sorry this is the day first shot here then NQES found a two beautiful setup around here manipulated this high then this too good of a position you could have framed it here on ES looked fine here but I didn't see ES then I framed the continuation like still the objective then Friday this was Thursday Friday shorting RTY till here because RTY told me this low is a failure swing after this candle's closure or shorting till here or shorting till here then after price shows a bit displacement away from this failure swing rejecting this relevant swing and 930 long If you took it on ES, it would have been around 1.8 or 1.9 hour, then break even. If you took it on NQ, it would have been 2.45 hour, then break even, and then longing after 10 a.m., longing 11 a.m., right? So if you took it here, this would have been 3 hour, be it NQ, be it ES, both would have given you 3 hour, and that concludes the week. Not too bad, not too good, a bit tricky of a week, I would say. So that concludes our week. Okay, so meet you next week. Bye bye. Stay safe till then.